Let's see if we can just drive forwards. Let's drive forwards. That's a neat trick. YouTube is yet to give confirmation. Come on, YouTube, I believe in you. You can do it for me.
You can do it for me.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Tuesday stream. We are of course playing Kerbal Space Program deep within the dark multiplayers. I've just realised I'm going in the wrong direction, and that is quite bad. We are of course up on Minmus right now, and my plan is not to spend the entire time driving around on Minmus, but I would like to get up to one more biome before we try and bring good old Bob home here. Hey Wise, how's it doing out there, buddy? You are the first. Welcome. Oh, welcome. As I say, I'm just going to drive Bob up to the top here, and then we're going to start thinking about how to do a nice return vehicle. Should be nice and easy. Maybe get ourselves a little bit of extra in situ site. I'm not sure what we could do actually extra. What could the lander bring? The problem, of course, is that when I landed this thing, we blew up the back rocket. Just finished my packet of peanuts. I ate about a third of a 400-gram packet at once. Whoa, dude. Dude, are you aware of the Reddit subreddit? Sorry, Mad Lads. You need to be stopped, man. You need to be stopped. Wow. Unbelievable. I'll be honest, I think I finish off a half-kilo pack in one go quite regularly. Probably why I've been putting on weight during my my 30th year. So, yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. We're not travelling anywhere near fast enough. I am feeling that this is sad, slow, and a little bit despondent. Let's have a look at how much monoprop we've got. We are starting to run out, so we have to be a little bit mindful of that, but I think we'll be alright. Won't be joining, sadly, but on a side note, I already rescued the stranded Kerbals from the last stream. Nice one, Wise. Nice one. You won't be joining? That is unfortunate, buddy. A reason that you can share, or just won't be joining? Because, you know, both are acceptable. Both are acceptable. It's a little bit of a shame that we're still finding ourselves in the lesser flats. I was given under the impression that this was a different biome from this, but it turns out that is not the case. We are flying on Minmus. This is cool. We can live with this. We can live with this. If we do it well, we can even bring ourselves down pretty gently. Let's just try and bring it up here, like this, maybe. Yeah, that looks like quite a landing. We'll go with that. I would like to drive up this ridge, but we do find ourselves in the lowlands. Let's see if we can observe material bay. Is that going to give us what we want? Oh, it does. It does. Nice. Okay, we're going to open this up as well. You can see what we can do with these in here. Hopefully, we can get these not whilst flying, but whilst in space. That's not quite what I was after. If we could, let's try slowing down. That's a neat trick, right? Let's just bring it down to about standard driving speed, 10 meters per second. Done it a few times like that. Okay, let's observe the material bay. Yeah, cool. That's good. That is the one we wanted. Gonna grab myself a temperature. Hey, Callum, how is it doing out there? These are the non-roasted, non-peeled ones. Oh, what, like big bag of the monkey nuts, I think we call them. No, that's not quite, is it? But anyway, let's log that and save that. Let's get ourselves a little bit of a pressure display, which, you know, in vacuum, but it still likes it for some reason. It still likes it. Now, are we gonna do whilst rolling ghost? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get Bob out. There's no way this is going to go wrong, right? No way at all. Let go. Get the jetpack out. Get the jetpack out, Bob. Okay, we'll try this again. We seem to be travelling at the same thing. What's this Reddit thing about? You know, Mad Lads. It's where people come along and say outrageous things. Come on, Bob. Settle down. You got your jetpack out? You have got your jetpack out. Could you just fly for me, please? I believe that you could fly. Like, this is how you got over here. You travelled half the planet using your jetpack. How is this just not the way? Excuse me. That way. Thanks. Well, that was smooth. That was smooth. All right, let's go over this way. Yeah, these are... Yep, did that. Did you add mods? I added the Airplane Plus as requested, though I think I've also gone on a blacklist rather than a... What? Oh man, I thought when that disappeared there that the thing had destroyed itself. I think we're also on a blacklist rather than a whitelist, so if you don't have it, it doesn't actually make all that much difference, I don't believe. Alright, here we go. Let's try and get a little bit of in-moving docking on the go. There's no way this is going to go wrong, right? Not a chance. Go, Bob, go. Can we... No, we can't get it yet. Where am I? Ah, okay. Ah, it was further back than I thought. But this is good. Let's close this. There we go. Oh, yeah, there's no way that that's not what I wanted. Let's open it back up. Bob, really? What was that? Let's collect the data, remove that, and restore. Nice. Can we do the same back here? Yeah, just fall into the canister area. Oh man, I did that wrong. That's the in space again. Reset, collect, cancel. Sorry, observe. That's what I wanted. Okay, that's the one we wanted. Great. That was smooth. As with everything in my space program, absolutely smooth and immaculate. That is the way to do it, guys. If you need a tutorial on how to do this, do feel free to ask. I will quite happily put one together. Okay, cool. Take the data. Nice. All right, let's try and get Bob out of here. I've soft locked, haven't I? Look at him. Are we just gonna like roll for all eternity now? Let's swap back and see if we can do anything about this. Maybe pop a land... not a wheel on. So what's the plan for next Saturday stream? I am not sure. Also, hey ZTech, how are you doing out there? Airplanes Plus, yes indeed. We appear to have lost Bob. Maybe when we come to a stop, his animation will be like, yeah, we can do a thing, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Hopefully we're going to roll towards a hill. Yeah, we are. I mean, we're going uphill anyway. If we start rolling backwards, all is lost. All is lost. Plan for next Saturday stream. I mean, I'm probably going to be going to Juno Eve. Well, not Juno or Eve. It will be Ike or Gilly. If we don't go to Ike today, it might be a plan. Stocking up on more cough medicine today, so hopefully that... Oh, yeah, go Bob, go! Go! Right, okay, we're good. Let's see... Oh, excuse me. Let's see if we can't get inside this cockpit before it disappears. A cockpit? Yeah, that's what we want. Inside. Ah, we've already got the Lowland stuff. Is that all of the Lowland stuff? Ah, that was disappointing. Okay, go. Which means we've got to go up that hill. It's got to be the one we do next. What about airplanes? But that is already included, Wise. Already inside the pack, if you will. I mean, I hesitate to call it a pack because, of course, that gets you all sorts of issues if you call it a pack. But still, alright. We've got about half of our monoprop left, and we're going to start climbing some big hills here. At GTA 5, yes, I do play some GTA 5. I can't play it online and stream. That's not a thing. But I play GTA quite a bit. Most Saturdays, actually, generally. Meet up with a bunch of people. Okay, is this going to go alright for us? I hope so. Yes, Wise. Yes, that is correct. From this point on, the stream pack contains Airplanes Plus. Until we have a problem with it. Because that happens quite often, right? Okay, Lowlands still. Oh, how far do you reckon I got to go? I'm only planning to go to the top of the hill. At which point I'm going to stop and we're going to pinpoint a landing to bring Bob home. Of course. I mean, there's no way that that's actually going to go wrong, is there? I've done this thousands of times before. Go. Is it thousands? Do I think I've been to Minmus at least 1,000 times? No, a couple of hundred maybe. Same with the moon. Could be thousands. So KAS, DMP, Kerbal, Engineer, Infernal, Robotics, Airplane Plus, and the Fire Split. Yeah. Gonna play something, Zed? Was something on the cards? Have I forgotten something here? I was speaking to Player 2 today about when the last Patreon stream was. I reckon it was just 2 weeks ago. Time to stuff that science into plane parts is good. Oh, and don't forget Vessel Mover, indeed. Vessel Mover, just in case you flip your vessel over. I mean, at the moment, I think we're doing alright that we probably don't need Vessel Mover. Or just a hangover from doing stuff and things. Are we going to find anything at the top of this hill other than more lowlands? I'm not holding my breath, if I'm to be honest. Which is another phrase that I've figured out has got, like, must have a weird origin behind it. Why would I be holding my breath when I want something to happen? No, I'm just not going to do that. Unless I'm expecting it like around the corner, expecting to be scared by it. I don't know. Even that does not make much sense. Even that does not make much sense. Okay, climbing a hill. What are we going to put in our return vehicle? Are we literally just going to make it a come straight here, pick Bob up and go back home? I don't think there's much else he needs to do other than bring the science. I mean, we could make it a robotic science return. That would be pretty cool. I've got the connection port here, so we could do some things like that. This hill is a lot bigger than it appears from the outside. It's got to be said. It's got to be said. Let's go up a little bit faster. You can hold your breath, but not too long. Exactly. To not interrupt the delicate processes whilst fast-moving molecules from you exhaling. Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, maybe it comes from a science demonstration front. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please all hold your breath, I will set fire to the barking dog. I don't know, something like that. And I don't mean an actual barking dog. The barking dog experiment is quite a classic one. If you go and check it up on YouTube, if you don't know what I'm talking about, because I should imagine most of you out there do. Lemsip. It's the way forwards. Cough medicine of the gods, you know. Really seem to be having trouble surmounting this hump. I've got to be able to get up there though. Still got 100 monoprops left, so that'll be fine. That will be fine. Just roll up to the top. I don't think there is any actual different biome up here. But I said we'll stop, and I said we'll get a landing vessel up together. It's just a shame that I broke the engine off the back of this, because that was literally brought to come home with. Not that I'm entirely certain that we could have done a re-entry with this. Now that I think about it, I don't think we didn't even put a parachute on it. So, yeah, that's a win. Good job we did break the engine, maybe. I don't know. Silver linings, right? That's what it's about. Hey, Landstrider, buddy! How is it going, man? We are currently climbing a hill just to see what's up here, but also to provide a nice, stable landing point for the rescue vessel for Bob. I mean, rescue vessel, the return vessel for Bob. Yes. Yeah, that's much better. Did the same thing with the engine on Callum's craft. It's easy done. Easy done. Which is a little annoying because it's generally the return vessel. So, alright. Are we up here somewhere? I mean, I'm tempted to try and fly to the other side with the RCS power. It's just a little hop and a jump across. Look at that. We could definitely make it across there. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. There is a lot of science on board, but I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna live with it. If we can get up to about 15 or 20 meters per second, we should be going pretty well. Because as you can see, that's already pretty fast orbital speed on minmus. Got to try and jump way across, and then try and land, and that's going to be the interesting part, shall we say. Watching how much fuel I've got. I've still got 80 or so in the tank. If I can keep it above 50, I'll be much more happy with this. You can transfer the science. Yeah, that would probably have been the way. This suddenly doesn't seem like as good a plan as it was. Let's see what we've got over here. Oh yeah, no, this is looking a little deadly actually right now. Still adding a speed on. We'll see what we can do. Ideally, we're just going forwards and up. Okay, let's abort. Let's abort. We can come in for a nice landing though. We can definitely come in for a nice landing if we just try and skim pretty well. Gonna have to leave at 7 to get to work. Ah, Callum, the man has you. The man has you. That is a bit of a shame, but of course I do understand. Let's just try and pull up a bit here. Is this going to be a serious impact? It could conceivably be so. We're still below 50 fuel, so that's pretty good. I'm going to tilt my nose up, and are we slowing down at this? But we are slowing pretty fast at this point. I like that, actually. It means we're going to not impact the floor too heavy, I'm hoping. Horizontal speed is indeed in the... vertical speed, is indeed in the plus numbers, but of course that slope is coming up pretty harsh there. If we can just get it to match our nose inclination, I will be happy to go with it. Please, please, please. Yes. Smooth touchdown. Smooth touchdown. All right, everything into reverse. Everything into reverse. Going up at 20. Off-topic question. How do you like your new elusive chocobo? Oh, loving it. Loving it. It turns out that there were lots of methods of finding out what type of chocobo it was before getting to the farm. But still, knowledge gained afterwards isn't all that useful. I'm sure there must be a saying about knowledge gained afterwards. Hindsight 50-50 and all that. Hey, Callum has joined the server. Welcome, dude. Welcome. Let's try and bring ourselves down to a nice, simple stop. That's close enough for me. And we will try and roll up to the plateau. We are on the slopes, though, so that's a new biome. That's what we were looking for. I'm not sure that I'm overly happy with stopping on the slopes, to be honest. I kind of want to turn up that way and go forwards if we can, because I personally would like to find a nice landing spot for my pickup crew. We're going to send someone with the craft, or we're just going to send a robotic interface. I think we're just going to send a robot to come and rescue Bob. Sounds like the plan, right? Sounds like the plan. Okay, do we want to just roll to a complete stop? I've got 25 fuel left. Let's do it. We're going to stop. We're going to do a science stop. Science stop. Okay, what's going on back here? It's just Callum. Just Callum. Welcome, buddy. What's your mission for today, man? What have you got on your cards? Let's EVA out here. We can do most of this while we're travelling, thankfully. You would have thought I would have learnt my lesson from last time, but no. We're gonna try it again. Thankfully, the brake has come into action. The rover was more sane than Bob was. Whichever one this is. Observe the door. Take it. Collect it. Remove. Thanks. Just going to need to go around and do the few of these to make sure we get maximum science. It's all about the maximum science. And then down here. I mean, ideally, if we were actually full-on maximuming this, we would now go off to a science lab. Yes, that's the phrase that was eluding me there. We would then go to a science lab, which I do believe Another 3 has one somewhere, but I can't remember where, and I don't know what type of docking port he used, so we're going to have to just make do for now. Perhaps we will look at these things whilst planning out our lander to come and get Bob. Alright, let's just roll it up the front. I have no idea. I need research so I can get some better comms equipment. Yeah, I think that's what we're all working towards. Has TSG also joined the server? No, I thought has left the server. Buddy, I put it on blacklist. Like, there shouldn't be a problem with you joining. Alright, anyway, what's your problem, TSG? Why could you not join? Did it tell you? Did it give you a reason? There's not always a reason, but mostly. Looking at my monoprop stores, I'm going to turn that off and just let us drift for a little bit. Seems like a thing. Probably a landing on some minmus flats. Yeah, I mean, that's why I came here, was for nice tasty sciences. Nice tasty. Oh, we're not even on the slopes anymore. We're back onto the lowlands. I'm going to try and get a little bit of a turn going on, because I can see that ridge up ahead, and whilst I could land on it, I'm not feeling great about it. Borrowing some of Another 3 stuff, I mean, that is definitely an option. I'm not sure if he'll be joining today. Did he say yes or no? Can't remember. Did you forget to tell Discord about the additional planes mod? Maybe I should probably change that out. I haven't been on Discord today. Well, I had a bit of a hectic day. I'm not doing anything in particular, just a bit of a hectic day. Really running out of monoprop. It's such a shame that I blew up those engines on landing. Like, we could have circled the planet a couple of times and definitely would have made these hops a lot quicker. Probably could have finished it all last time, but I think just rolling up fine would be great now. Do we want to try a ×3? I think we're going to be alright if we settle inside that bowl. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens if we speed up our crossing of Minmus. Now, I see there's an incline there. I'm wondering whether we're going to stop or not. I don't think we are. I think we're going up and over that lip, which is fine. We can definitely handle that. Definitely handle that. It's whether we then come up the other side. Ooh, little bit of a wobble on. That happens sometimes when you're speeding up time. Let's try and click that like this. Yeah, nice. Back wheels up a little bit more. The back wheels are the ones with the brakes. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop on this slope here. Because there is no way that I'm not going to land a landing pinpoint on this slope, right? That's just not... I feel like this is safe enough to land on. I feel like whatever I send to land, be it robot or Kerbal, will have a good time. Just let this roll up the slope. Yeah, let's let that happen. Let that happen. The important thing in science is not so much to obtain new facts as to discover new ways of thinking about them. Ooh, what a quote, my friend. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Very much. Very much. So, what do we need on our lander that's going to come up and get them? It's more of a return shuttle than anything. Do we want to have shuttle-esque capabilities? Not really, no. If I'm to be honest with you, not really, no. Okay, we're going to leave Bob here. We're going to leave Bob here, and woe betide anybody that tries to steal my science. Can I not leave? Yeah? No? You're not having it? Come on, you can do it. You think you have the old version of Airplanes Plus? It's like version... Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. I did see it somewhere. Oh, I have just left my dashboard. That was not what I wanted to do. All right, I'm back. I'm back. J is what I want. Let's have a look. Which version did I have here? Airplanes Plus 21.0. 21.0. And now I'm going to have noise in the background here because my stream is going to play through. Ooh, everything is loading up stuff. I'm watching the entirety of the chat flash past again. My entire stream is flashing in front of my eyes. Let's go to Space Center. Baruki, welcome, buddy. Welcome. I didn't want to go into the space plane hangar. I was like, yeah, let's make an aircraft. That's not what I want. That's not even close to what I want. I want just a straight and simple up and down rocket to go to Minmus and grab Bob. Simple as that. So that is our plan. Does another 3 have a small docking port? Do I have any docking ports? This is the question. Oh look, we've got some new cockpits thanks to the Airplane Plus. Nice. Why is that? Oh, cannot be the... I thought that was locking me out for a second there. Of course, I have seen this before. My brain just had a moment. We've got some nice service bays, cargo bays. No, let's have a look at this. Ooh. Close. Open. Close. I don't... Can we get this opening the other way? Open? Yeah. I can see a habitat being up there, and then a couple of rovers. Well, I say a couple of rovers. You're only going to get one in that sort of space. Anyway, I just wanted to have a look at that new part quick. What am I actually here looking for? I want a... Not one of those. That's not great. We'll go for one of those. And I also wanted to check what my coupling systems were. Nope, nothing at all close to what I want. We're then going to go for the lander cam, because it is the most elegant way of going to retrieve Kerbals. Sophisticated, even. Let's pop one of those on top. That's not going to do anything. We all know that's not going to do anything. Drop this down and pop that in there instead. Do I want it to look sort of cone-shaped, or do I want a nice, great big flat bit on the front? I'm kind of feeling towards the flat bit so that we can... navigation illuminator. Nice, nice. Let's do this, and then maybe we can like steal some fuel on the way back from the rover. That would also be a good idea, I think. Let's pop it over there. Yeah, that works for me. That works for me. We then, of course, want to have some parachutes. These are called parachutes. I'm totally on the ball there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that will do well. And then we want to have some solar panels either side. And of course, the next thing we need to make sure this thing has is a great deal of communication range, because of course it is a robot for the vast majority of the trip. So we want to make sure that it can talk back to home and be happy. That's looking pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Communication. Bam. Kind of what I want to do is a bunch of these just for the looks, but I don't think that's how we're going to work it. Let's go for a bunch of these, and then we'll put one of the fixed ones hidden somewhere. Maybe just take one of these. I only really wanted one, thanks. Pop it in the middle like so. Grab the offset tool and just sink it in, because it's just a panic device. It's there in case I didn't actually manage to deploy these in time. As you can see, my nice aerodynamic shape on the go there. Yeah, lovely. That's definitely what we want to go with. Do I have any thermal control? I do. We could put some of this on the bottom, because that's so going to save everything. A3 forgot the scientist on his Juno mission. Classic. Let's then go for a decoupler. Bam. and then we want the minmus landing module, which, let's be honest, is not going to be too taxing on the system. We just want something like that with a terrier. I mean, honestly, can we use this? Is that actually possible? Not atmosphere, but indeed on minmus. What's the to weight ratio right there? 12. Okay, let's go with that, shall we? I think I'm going to. I am definitely going to. I want landing legs at this point. Micro landing struts. Yeah, they sound like they've got all the oomph I need. Like that. We're only going to minmus. What is the worst that could happen? It's always the worst question to ask. Okay, something like that. That looks good. I think. Is there anything else I'm missing from this? We've got engines. We don't need RCS because we're just coming back to Kerbal. I've got the parachutes. I've got solar panels. I think I'm all right. Structure. Just going to quickly click down all of these, see if there's anything that makes me panic when I look at it. Don't need any sight. Okay, yeah, I think we're all right. Baruki's not joining today. That is a shame, buddy, but okay, I can understand that. Can definitely understand. Let's go with these ones. One of these. Let's have that. Ooh, that looks like super secure and stuff, but I'll fix that in a second. Pop that there just to get the fuel tanks in line. I want to go from the underside of here. We'll take 4 of them, yes indeed, and go. Do I want cross bracing or just straight down? I'm just going to go straight down. It's got a bit of flair to it. Should help it be stable, hopefully, if all things work out well. Do I want 2 of these? Yes, I want 2 of these. Is this going to be the going to orbit or going to minmus stage? It's probably going to be the going to minmus stage. So let's... Do I want a smaller thing? Because I could... Now that I've got fuel systems, do the good old decoupler enable fuel crossfeed trick, and then just throw a few of these tiny fuel tanks on the side here, like that, yeah, like that, and then turn up the priority of these. If I can get to this center tank here, yeah, okay, that should work out well. Now these are going to drop off or get used far before the middle one. Let's throw some nose cones on for looks. Is that the look I want? I don't know. Is there anything else we could use to cover that up with? Anybody got any ideas of what else we could use to cover? Down here, I mean, we could have some heat shields. It's not like we. It's not like they have to be there. Hey Matthew, how's it going? Going to Minmus, and also YouTuber 360. So good, they named him twice by the looks of it. Hello, how are you guys doing out there? We're just going to retrieve Bob from Minmus. He got stranded. Well, no, he didn't get stranded. He got left on Minmus with a rover. He went round, did some science, and now he wants to come home. And who am I to leave a random Kerbal in the middle of nowhere? No, I mean honestly, we do that quite a lot. But I feel bad for Bob right now. No, he's got science. That's what's actually going on. He's got the science. We're going to go rescue him because he's got science. He's going to Minmus, so this is not a hard mission to pull off. Watch me fail now that I have said that. Enable the cross feeds. Are we going to have... What type of liquid booster are we going to have? I do enjoy a good solid liquid booster. Yeah, I meant solid in it isn't good, but I do like a good liquid booster. They are a good, happy part of my day. I don't know if that's actually a to weight of more than 1 though, so let's try instead Reliance. They're like serious boosters. Okay, I would like to do this slightly differently. I would. That was a really weird noise that just came out of my mouth. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's do for 2. And then I also want to copy off another ones of these. Now, hopefully they all end up in the same spot, because I do want them to drop at roughly the same time. But we're going to have that many engines on there. Okay, this is just like literally extra fuel. I'm not even going to up the priority. Yeah, I am. I'm going to up the priority of this. We're going to have this up to 60, 70. Why not? Yeah, this stays at 60, and these 2 should be much lower. Okay, so then we get these ones dropping first. All the engines fire together, and we should have a good, serious, solid. Yo. Okay. Yeah. Yo. That's cool, man. So with all that stuff, let's try and get a few more liquids on there. I do like them rather than like just stocking up on solid boosters. Solid boosters, I mean, they're cheap, they're fun, but they're not very efficient. So let's go with these, like so and so. Now I should have some structurals, good old space tape. So hopefully we can stop these shaking themselves apart on the way up. Okay, that's looking good. A few fins just to make sure we don't spin out of control when we're on our way up. And what are we at? 4. We could probably add a few more solids just to give us that first initial oomph. Though honestly, looks like we're doing all right. Let's go back to Kerbal, see what our first weights are. We could do with a little bit more. Let's go for the outside here. Go for the hammers. It's the only time I do use solids is when I want the little bit extra to weight to start with. What's gone down here? Try again, please. No. Is it F that tells it around vessel, around parent plant, around vessel? It's not quite what I'm after. Does it do better this time? Okay, so it does better there. Can we get that? Okay, so it didn't like that first one for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but it works out. Oh, looks like Landstrider has timed out someone. You've been spamming yos and hellos. Like, we've talked to you several times. Just calm yourself a little bit, man. That's all cool. Or come with some content rather than yos and hellos. I mean, you claim to be a YouTuber. You got YouTuber in your name twice. You should know how content works, right? This is a minmus return shootel. There we go. I should spell it like hotel, shouldn't I? Shootel. Does it look good? Does this look good? I think it does. I think it looks doable. It's got 5,000 delts. Is that enough? Or do I need a middle stage? I don't think I need a middle stage. Just a tiny little thing. And I'll show you what I mean by a tiny little thing. Let's go one of these. It's amazing how far across the system just this little engine here will take you. It's amazing. I love it. It's amazing. Amazing. Like that and like this. I have no idea if that staging works out right. So, first off, solid boosters. Okay, these are definitely not in the wrong place. Solid boosters fire, and then we want to start dropping the ones without fuel first, and then the ones all with fuel. Sorry, without engines, and then with engines. Then we break the burn towards minmus happens. This wants to come down here. Yeah, okay. Engines then fire. At some point we drop the 4 external fuel tanks, and then we drop for entry to thing. So I'm checking out the new astronaut update, currently in preparation for tomorrow. I think. Oh yeah, no, dude. So I literally stuck my face in for about 10 minutes to have a look. I noticed they changed the habitat. I went, my autism tweaked me out on the left. It's not quite how it happened, but it's a good story, so I'm going to go with it. Launch. Launchpad is not in service conditions. Please. Who blew up my launchpad? Who blew up the launchpad? Let me sync up and see if that helps. Launch. Okay, we're going to have to go see what's going on with the launchpad. TSG's the only one in the Space Center. Maybe it's her. Just a tiny decoupler? Repair. Okay, nice. That should be better now. Can I go back in? Cool. Just a tiny decoupler. What tiny decoupler? I mean, tiny decouplers are great. Let's have a look. What's going on? It was the old Airplanes Plus. Good. Well, I'm glad you could join in again, man. I'm glad you could join in. All right, let's try this. I should be empty. Yep, cool. And we should let's do this. Number 1 sets up the. There we go. Toggles all the antennas. Is there anything else I want set up to an action group here? Oh, excuse me about that. I thought I was totally over my cold, and once again, proven wrong. So that's a thing. So we're just going to throw this up into a circular orbit, and then we'll figure out how we're going to send this to minmus. It should be nice and easy. Just throw a maneuver node down. Okay, let's press the T and go 3, 2, 1. blast off. Okay, going well. So, solid fuel burning down quicker than liquid. That's what I like to see. I'm just going to pin one of these to the side because, of course, this fuel tank doesn't have an engine attached to it. So we need to make sure that it is burning down slower than everything else, or at least slower than the solids. Having a little bit of trouble getting the sideways turn on. There we go. We've got enough at least to get going. Solid separation in 2. That was close enough. We're coming up on the first liquid separation. We are actually punching through at quite a speed, though we are starting to lose our surface velocity and drop. Okay, that should... Ooh. Rip. So we have a small issue. small issue. Okay, let's bust ourselves a retrograde. Let's just drop that off. Bring ourselves in for a nice, quick, easy slow down and rescue. I say rescue. Let's try and punch our way down to the surface as quick as possible. Because, of course, in DMP there are no reverts. So we just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. We should be able to go down pretty fast here. I'm going to cut the engine and turn ourselves around a retrograde. We've got parachutes, so it's not going to be a problem. Let's pull this down to about here, and we can make that work when we need to. We're not going to be able to land on any of these engines that we've got here. This is far too small, and this one doesn't have the to-weight ratio. So we're just going to have to make do with a parachute. Let's throttle up the... what's this one called? LV909 anyway. That is right? The LV909. Yeah, Terrier. LV909. And less than a kilometre down, I'm going to pop my parachutes. Nice. This should bring me down to a nice, gentle stop. 6.2. I'll take that. Let's go down. Whoop. It's always good when you make it down before your debris. Is that still up there? No, that's cool. Oh, look, we lost one. When did we lose one? It must have had stuff smash into it. That's alright. So we don't... Septrons are a thing if we got them. Or we're going to have to slow down when we do the decoupling. Both of which are fine. I think what the actual problem was... Hey, oh, we're still at ×4. That's why it seemed very quick. Recover that vessel. I think what the actual problem was misplacement of decouplers on fuel tanks. So when I hit spacebar and it started throwing away on either side, there was a bit of a torque induced. That's generally a problem here. It can be one that we overcome, and I'm not sure. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I see what went down. Can we fix this simply? Hopefully, just with a bit of this. We offset that up, and then we offset this down. Be like, yeah, that's got to be about central, right? Give or take, and then we'll do the same on this side, like that. Yeah. Come on, get into line. I'm all for non-conformity, but right now I need you to get in line, like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling it. That should help. Do we have Septrons? Here's the question. Solids. No, we have no Septrons, so I could not enact that even if I wanted to. To be honest, I would like to. I would like to have them like spinning away with engines firing and everything being cool and awesome. Because, you know, cool and awesome works well in space. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. Okay, T, roll it up and go. Much impressed with the fact that I can just be at full throttle the whole way. That's not something that normally happens with my designs. Normally, my solid fuels are burning through a lot quicker than my liquid fuels. Can I please have this? Thank you. Don't know what was going on there. Clicked it quite a few times. Let's just go prograde if we can. Prograde. Wow, my game does not like taking commands at the moment. I'm not sure why, but it should all work out well. And also, pointing prograde should enable it so that when these do get flung away, they just drop down. I'm not sure how the struts enact with that, but here we go. We're going to do a stop, a push, and a fly. Yeah, that works out pretty well. We lost 10 meters per second, but I'm alright. I can deal with that. Yeah, I think so. We've got an awful lot of fuel on board, so that should be fine. It's not really... a massive amount of fuel, but I think it's enough. It should get us through everything that we need to go through, hopefully. Yes, indeed. Not seeing many screenshots from people. What's everybody up to today? What was that spelling? Oh, man. Look at that. That's... Ugh. But anyway. Callum, TSG, you're both building in the VAB. What are you making? Callum, I believe, still working on the research from minmus? Was that where you're going, minmus? And TSG, not really shared, buddy. What are you up to? What are you up to? 36, 37, 38 kilometers on the Apple app, still climbing. I like the fact that my actual height and my Apple apps aren't too far removed from each other. That is, of course, due to the earlier turn there. Perhaps... Oh, the box just despawned. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to wait till this gets pushed up to a relatively low number. TSG's also going to minmus. Okay, nice. We'll go for 80. Sounds good. I'm also now going to bring this down towards the horizon, and as soon as we get up above 70 kilometers, just really start nailing it sideways. I don't know why I always wait till I'm at 70, because honestly, the amount of like aerodynamic drag here, the fact that I turn myself sideways doesn't help either, you know. There's a whole load of reasons why I could just go for it. Am I bringing that down and pushing it up? I suppose that's why I normally wait, now that I think about it, so I can get closer to the Apple apps. The closer to the Apple apps we are, the more efficient our burns, of course. We're going to go... Minmus is the new minmus. I mean, yeah, minmus is the new mint green ice cream, right? That's the way that works. Let's just carry on pushing it over. I want to get onto that horizon line there. Nice. 30 seconds. I'm going to wait till about 15 seconds away from Apple-Apps as dictated by my Kerbal engineer readout here. 25 seconds, pretty cool. Let's have a look around and see what's going on up here. It's a shame you never get to see the smiley face in the real world. It's only on the KerbNet readouts. 15 seconds, go! If you are not quite sure what I'm on about, if you either do ScanSat or KerbNet across the entirety of the surface of Kerbin, is that my... What's that? Refueler. Okay, nice. You'll find a smiley face in the ocean height map. It's quite cool. This one, Refueler. Look, we could just go join it. I wasn't paying attention well enough. Alright, to orbit. That's not how that design works. Okay, well, still, anyway, that was good enough. So because I did fuel priorities rather than fuel pumping, we ran out of fuel in the middle core as well, because it was giving me the main readout for all of them. I should have really just kept an eye on the outside pumps, but it's no problem. I'm just going to push my nose up a little bit here, because the 909 was not the one I was expecting to get into orbit with. Here comes a refueler screaming past. Got to go next time, Gilly. Alright, yeah, next time I will probably also be going to Gilly. I'm hoping to get a Juno orbiter on the go this time. That's my plan for today, after we get the science back from Bob. Okay, we are making it to orbit. That is a thing. I've got hot chocolate. So I thought that, like, a good idea for actual merch for my channel would be some sort of thermos hot chocolate mug. I mean, I'd endorse that, as long as it was good. Can I get sponsorship from Thermos? Is that a thing? That'd be cool. Nothing keeps my hot chocolate hot as long as Thermos. Which I think is true. 40... There we go. That's pretty good. Underneath 80 kilometers. Here comes our Apple apps now. That refueler station there. That's awesome. That is awesome. What's the other one? I feel like this is something I've just left in orbit now that I stop and think about it. Refueler probe. Refueler. I'm not sure what all these things are. Not sure. Okay, let's choose prograde. I should actually be starting to think about where minmus actually is. Oh, that's... Yeah, no, we're going to have to raise our orbit up a little bit, because periaps is still just a touch below atmosphere. Okay, let's get nice and close and just go, yes, please. Okay, there we go. Nice. So minmus is going to be about over there by the time I want to get over there. And that is quite the orbit. Okay, let's go set target, thanks, and pull this down to about 40. From about 40, I like to do my adjustments here on the ascending node, as it is something that I need to adjust on the way over. Miss it I did. How much by? Quite a bit. Okay, let's try this again. Neither of these are quite good enough. That's quite the thing. Quite the thing. Let's try it. Let's get rid of this one. And bring this back into line. I hate these slight inclination change ones. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to drag the actual node round here. There we go, something like that. Can I please just delete this? Yeah, welcome to setting maneuver nodes. Always the best bit. Always the best bit. Let's just bring that down. There we go. And hopefully now I should be going just over the top of it. So let's go and have a look at minmus to make sure. And then, yeah, that's pretty good over the top. Is that the one? Bring it right in. Yeah. Oh, that is so good. It's painful. Oh, nice, nice. This is what we're trying to pick up here. This one. So that's pretty good. Oh, I will take that. I will take that. Whether we've got the delts to do such manoeuvres, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm half expecting to get there and be like, well, we got here, but not enough to get back. Which would actually be kind of acceptable because we've got a fuel pump on here, and we've also got a fuel pump on the rover. So we could definitely get all the fuel out of the rover that we didn't use because obviously the engine blew up. Some unforeseen circumstance blew the engine up. Let's deploy those antenna before I end up forgetting about that as well. Estimated burn 2 minutes. It's going to end up being a lot longer than that. Like a lot longer than that. Because of course this is not going to make the full 2 minutes. Alright, looking good. Looking good. Let's just let this go through. Maybe speed up time a little bit. Just enough to keep it rolling. Just enough to keep it going a little bit faster. I'm waiting for this fuel to die down, and then we'll switch back to normal speed. Press space a couple of times, like this. Okay, and now we've got the real burn. This is the real burn. Let's have a look and see what TSG is up to right now. He is, of course, building a cluster of rockets. Okay, that's good. That's nice. I assume these are all so they explode on the way up when you first stage. No, okay, let's have a look here. What you got? Up to 8,000 delts. Where are you planning on going, buddy? Where are you planning on going? Back to minmus, of course. Yes, I remember you saying. I remember you saying. So let's keep an eye on these so we make sure that we don't do what we did on the way up to orbit and miss the couple. Okay, Apple Apps is climbing steady, and we are eating through that fuel pretty well. We're about halfway through our burn. I think I'm going to allow this to carry on burning in a prograde direction rather than... do I want to... Let's go to the maneuver. Let's go to the maneuver. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. We'll see what happens. It's ever so slightly less efficient than doing another pass and staying on my prograde, but I think we'll live with it. I definitely think we'll live with it. It is starting to get a little angly. That's definitely hitting sort of 10-15 degrees. Not quite the burn I was aiming for. Hopefully we'll be fine though. It's 200 meters per second. This is giving me a 500 readout, but I think we'll be alright because we're about to drop a load of mass. I say about to. At some point we'll drop a load of mass. Okay, here we go. Coming up on the stop of burn. Let's try and slow down time a little bit more. I don't want to slow down too much too early though, of course, because obviously it's going to take us a little while to get there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. 0.7, I'll take it. I'll take it. Then we want to go back to maneuver over here. Looking good. Looking good. Let's have a look and see what we got going. You reckon we're going to miss? Does that actually reckon we're going to miss? Looks like we might. Is that just too much? What happened there? That's like too much. Let's come back. Wow. Orbits. What happened there? I've followed the... Follow the manoeuvre node pretty closely. I'm not sure why it did that. Well, there's an encounter with Minmus. Let's see what it looks like again. Eve Gilly. Everyone is dead again. Ah, dude, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, Minmus looking good. Everyone. Oh, what? Like all the people. I'm gonna blame Callum there. He mysteriously left as everyone died. Okay, that one looks good. That one looks good. In and out. No, just over this way. How far are we away from the burn? We are 12 minutes away from the burn. I can live with this. Recruit some. Thanks very much, TSG, man. Thanks very much. Right, let's move on to the next maneuver node. Move forwards 128 meters per second. It's pretty good. We've got 314 on board. I still feel like that's not the right readout. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't feel like that's. Maybe that's this. Brought 22 in. Nice. Good work, buddy. Good work. All right, quick slurp of the nectar of the gods. The Aztecs must have thought this was the nectar of the gods, right? Did they have a sacred cacao drink? Must have. I would have. I mean, like this drink, we must worship it. Oh, wrong button. Hey, that's good. I pressed full throttle when I meant to say stop. Let's do this again and see if we can't just ease our way into a 0. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Sounds like a horrific euphemism. I'm just going to ease my way into a 0. Over here, what's going on in Minmus? I want to see my approach. Yeah, no, you know what? That works pretty well for me. We could definitely have been done a little closer, but I'm going to take it. We're going to warp here. Shouldn't take long. I'm also going to retrograde when we get close. This is, yeah, that's the escape. So we're going to come in this side and go whipping back out the other side. But of course, we're going to slow ourselves down as we come past. There's someone named Double and someone named Tribble. Nice, nice. Stop. Okay, that's looking good actually. So where is the place we're trying to land? It's on the other side of him. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why would it not be? Do I want to come in on this ascending node? I think I might. Let's add the maneuver here. Let's bring this down. I overcooked it. Overcooked it. Add maneuver. Bring it in gently. Gently. Something like this. Periaps is far too low there. Okay, we're going to come in on the periaps. I've changed my mind. So we can do that. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Then we can bring this one down much lower. And that should go right overhead of them at some point. TSG doing some more burns. Nice. Do I have the big parts? I'm not sure if I have the big rocket parts. I'll have to double check at some point. Finally have struts. Struts are essential in any space program. You don't see like the Falcon Heavy having a dolphin drive. Then maybe Elon should do that. Yeah, but there was loaded with alcohol, not sweet. The cacao drink. Yeah, I mean chocolate and alcohol. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. So I noticed the planet is spinning really slowly. Gonna make it awkward. It's gonna mean we're gonna have to wait a few months, something like that. We have to wait for the spin of the planet to bring it back underneath us. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Are these numbers like the same? Oh, so close, so close. It wants to hurt. 3. Oh, just go. I wish I could like zoom in on this little section here. Just to watch those numbers really deplete themselves down. Now, of course, these are both 4 times as large as they actually are, because we've got 4 tanks around the outside. Let's just bring it in really, really close to 0. Oh, I think that's pretty good. Pop. Okay, that works out for me. We got 1,000. Oh, yes, we are very much coming home, ladies and gentlemen. very much this is working out for us. Let's just kill this particular maneuver node, and then we've got to wait to go around the other way. But it's gonna take some orbits. Gonna take some orbits. What's the fuck? Oh, not quite that many orbits. Yeah, let's try that again. I may have just gone far too far into the future. 1, 2, there. Oh, let's just do it. Reverse, go. About there, looks great. TS Julius, join the server. You left? Did you leave? I assume some stability issues. It's the only time anybody ever leaves, right? Okay, let's warp around up here and see what happens. Come on, good landing spot. Yeah. I'm gonna go with it. Let's see if we can see our landing spot. Yes, there it is. Okay, let's try and ease our way up so everything looks the same. If I do that, I go that way, and if I do this, I go that way. Okay, right. That's what I want. That's what I want. You have been disconnected. Shame. Right, landing gear down. Whew. Suddenly the real stress of the mission is going to start kicking in. So I kind of want to push that way, right? Just a bit. In fact, more. X. I pressed X. Okay, I think this should be a perfect lineup now. I mean, pretty close. Pretty close. Let's drift on over that way. It's looking good. I'm feeling fine. Feeling fine. Let's go for the surface. What's my horizontal speed? 150. Let's just try and kill that. This is going to get close. I'm not sure how close. Okay, it's looking good. Am I actually falling towards it? Let's have a look at what my map tells me. Map tells me that yes, I am falling directly towards it. I don't think I could have done much more precise. Not me, personally. I don't think I could have done much more precise. Alright, let's see how much we can get down before I start braking hard. About there. You can start to see the shadow of my buddy down there. Hey Bob, how's it going? I think we're going to come down pretty well. I want to have a little bit more loft. In before I land directly on top of it and blow everything up. Hey Tornau, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Hope you're having a good time out there. We're just coming in for a fairly precise landing here. One of the more precise ones I've done for some time. I normally just am happy with within a kilometre of them, because that's not too long on the jetpack. But this is working out pretty well. Working out very well, in fact. Doing good, man. Good. I'm glad everybody's doing well. Radio out. Coming in for that last second drift. TSG has shared a screenshot. I hope you will forgive me if I do not look at it straight away, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thanks, man. I'm doing very well. Just getting rid of that cold that I had last week, and yeah, generally having a good time. That rover kind of looks like it's bouncing about, but we'll make do. Within 100 meters. I mean, that's good, but that's not. It's not connecting everything together good, is it? Let's see what we can do about that. I'll first like to get this down to half, and then I want to go that way. Oh, I clicked outside my screen. Ah, all is lost. No, we're good. We're good. That one, thank you. More throttle. It's still getting there, but not quite. Alright, we'll roll the rover the rest of the way. I think we'll make do with that. Okay, that's nice. It's good. Smooth. Alright, Bob. You and your rover need to make tiny little movements over this way. RCS, go. Oh, I see the connection port right there, actually. Did I turn the brakes off? Didn't turn the brakes off. You have no idea how often that has actually ruined my mission, where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what's going wrong here. Why won't my craft move? Oh, I left the brakes on. I have launched entire new missions because of that reason. Got there and gone, oh no. Okay, here goes. Let's try and slide this in. Back wheels down to make sure we can actually grip. Alright, Bob, get out, grab all the science you've got here. Take data, 22 bits of data. Look at that. Nice. Nice. And looks like we have more data. Let's come in and grab that as well. There should be slopes if I remember correctly. Ah, that's a restore, not a take. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, you. I want you to link. Yes, good. Link mode enabled. Press escape or enter to cancel. Well, I don't want to do either of those. I want to get nice and close to this. And as we get closer and closer, I should suddenly get some more controls at some point. We want the other link. Bam! Alright, cool. Let's get Bob inside. We're probably going to need him out again. What's the button to keep him facing the direction that I'm facing? There is a button for that. No, not chase. Free? Does he... I'm not sure why this happens sometimes. He's just locked and doesn't look the way that I want him to look. I mean, when that happens, you just press space and he reorientates, which, like, could be a better system. Legitimately could be a better system. But I got used to the other one. So, right, board. Nice, nice, nice. And now you and you. No, you and you. Pump here. Is this not how this works? I'm sure this is how this actually works. Hey, Siren. I meant to call you out by name earlier, but I'm... Well, as it turns out, we've got the fuel to go places, but that's still quite annoying. Tell them both to pump? I mean, that's not... Okay, alright. Well, does Bob have enough to get home? Here's the question. Here is the question. TSG did. Nice, nice. I don't think I have. I legitimately do not think I have. I thought I had the extra fuel to play with. Am I stealing the monoprop? No, I'm not even stealing the monoprop. So what is it pumping? There's nothing to unplug. Ah, dude, seriously. Come up. Let's have a look here. Plug docked. Don't have anything to plug. Okay, let's unlink. Let's try this again. Are we doing Astroneer tomorrow? Yes. You might not have the science level to make it work. I was fairly sure it was just the unplug, nothing to unplug. Plug docked. Link. Let's try. Ooh. Nothing quite like jumping on minmus. Let's try this. But yeah, I'm definitely up for Astroneer tomorrow. Definitely up for Astroneer. Plug docked. You don't have anything to plug. Is this the link? Is this a... Oh, this really used to work. Should build a flying table. Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Okay, let's just see if we can take off with this. Unplug. Let's do this. Unlink. Get back inside. What have we got? 7:38. That should actually be enough to get home. I think. Hey, Ethan Gaming, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Can we just go straight? Nope. No, we cannot. But we can just go straight east. Do we see minmus from here? I don't see minmus from here. That way's east. Okay, go, go, go. Not minmus. Do I see minmus from here? No, I don't see minmus. Good journey home. Thanks very much, Siren. Thanks very much. So I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna be safe, guys. It feels unsafe, but I think we're gonna be fine. And it's a shame that we're at such a heavy inclination because it does make things awkward. But we should be doing all right as long as I just keep going in that direction. Turn this up. that would also help. I was like, I know this is a weak engine, but it's not normally this weak. If we can just leave in that direction, we will. No, that's wrong. Stop. I actually need to be like here. Add maneuver. That's going to be our least effort exit, like that. Yeah. Almost exactly like that. You see how our Apple Apps is just at the same point of our escape-ish? That's, it's going to have to do anyway. Gonna have to do. Alright, let's go around, walk to next maneuver node. Hopefully we don't crash into anything, question mark? Yeah, no, we'll be alright. TSG should build flying table, we said that already. Let's see this flying table. No flying table. It is a nice minmus trip, though. Look at this. You've got, like, 2 science pods and a bay inside. Is it going to come back with just that single parachute, dude? You going to be alright with that? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! A real minimal amount of thrust as well. That's the good thing about doing these multi-part maneuvers. Is generally they're quite efficient. I'll take that one. In fact, I will take this one. So you can see there's a slight colour difference between this part and this part of the orbit. It's because I'm leaving minmus at here. I really want to be able to see what my 71. Yeah, and some. That's cool. I don't want to go all the way down. 22 is a little too much. I'll take a 50. I'm sure the imperfections in my maneuver will mean we get a little bit closer. Generally does. Alright, bye bye minmus. It was fun taking as much science as possible. There's extra chutes in the bay. TSG was just saying a thing. There's extra chutes in the bay, and to go up between the bay and the side pods, I will send the Kerbal out to connect it. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. We should, hopefully... oh, no, we're doing a maneuver. I was like, we should be close to curbing now, but we're not. We're here to do this maneuver. All right, go, go, go. Going to bring this down to about 50 kilometers, something like that. That would be good. $5,000, $4,000, $3,000. Let's spin around here so we can watch the numbers drop a little bit more clearly. Down the bottom of the screen here. I hope that's all right for you guys. I'm going to turn that up just to bring it in. 63. Look at that. 48. Bam. Exactly where we wanted it. Exactly, I tell you. I'm just going to use up the last of the fuel. Slowing myself down just outside orbit. Just outside atmosphere, sorry. Outside orbit. Low. Okay, TSG. Nice encounter. A little bit overcooked, I see, but it's a nice encounter. Or was that more about the moon impact there? Bap. Though I presume that's actually just the extent of your patched conics. Oh, nice. Okay, let's bring this home. 1 hour 10 into the stream. That's about right for a mission, actually. Let's bring those in so they don't quite blow up immediately. Spin for a little bit of safety. We're at ×4. Not quite what I was after. Let's go for the full throttled slowdown. It shouldn't shouldn't be any sort of detriment to my mission. Little bit worried about losing the landing legs, but that's again not the biggest problem we've ever had. In fact, look at that, straight down to a single burn. That's amazing. I am only a day ahead of TSG. I did a lot of time warping there. I'm surprised about that. So coming down to 3,000, and I think this is the part where we can start thinking about maybe saving a little bit of fuel if we need to. Okay, I'm going to cut that off and rearrange these. Maybe we can bring the extra parts home and be safe like that. So, coming down on a nice, slow burn. Should all be working out. Right, okay. Coming down less than 3,000 meters per second. That's still pretty fast. 50 kilometers up in the air. We are, in fact, coming back up again, but I think everything will work out a-okay. Let's have a look. That's Ike, Drez. Minman, the return a shuttle. Minman space low boundary. I'm afraid I don't actually know what that is. Let's check on the wiki. Let's check on the wiki. We can do this together, guys. Welcome to my monitor. We go minmus KSP wiki. Minmus Kerbal Space Program, this is where we want to be. It should give us all sorts of details here. The one in particular that I'm looking for is down the bottom somewhere, I believe. No, okay, so it normally tells me pretty early on somewhere, but I cannot find it. Minmus orbital characteristics, these aren't quite what I'm after. I can't actually find it. It should be here somewhere. It tells us what all the different multipliers are. Maybe I've missed it. Normally there's a nice little table somewhere. Normally there's a nice little table. Can I click the word science and see if that tells us anywhere? I clicked it. Now let's come down to here. Crew, EVA reports, asteroid samples, science multipliers. I can't find it, buddy. I can't remember where it was I used to keep it. I cannot remember. It used to be somewhere relatively easy to spot. Let's go back over here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll figure that out. How am I doing? Am I out back into space? We're back into space. Not quite what I wanted, but we'll go round again. This, of course, is the thing that they were always on about with Apollo astronauts. We've got this narrow window to make it through, and if we don't, we'll bounce back off into space. And yeah, they would have, but, you know, they would have come back very shortly afterwards. Life support, food, water would have run out by this time. So it's not quite as minimalist as I'm pointing out. But, you know, it's not like we wouldn't have got them back. They'd have come home eventually, and that's what they always want, right? We've got to bring our boys home. They would have come home. It would have been fine. They wouldn't have been like, and out on the desolate wastes of outer space, we commit our asteroids to all eternity. They'll just burn up in the atmosphere on the way back. All right. After those happy thoughts, let's go on again for another landing. Down in the Badlands? Looks like we might be landing in the Badlands. It's not quite the KSC landing that I would have liked, which I believe is what this is. Is it Ketsasuni there? No, here it is. Here's KSC, right there. I only know because I recognise the Kerblantic here. And in particular, that little... this little island chain and green patch there. Anyway, let's have a look at all this heat. Ah, it's hot. Celestial body multipliers... Oh, that's the multipliers. Is that not the actual altitude? Is that the actual altitude? I don't know. Anyway, are we close enough to be able to throw this away, or are we coming back up the other side? We are. You know what? Fuel. No, still coming back up the other side. This is slightly disappointing, guys. We dropped down pretty tight, and I have a thing that should enable us to not need to worry about this. Let's just do all that, and now we're like super light. Super light. The thing with light things is they get slowed down quicker with the same amount of force. So on the next pass, we'll have the same amount of force, but we'll be slowed down quicker because we are not carrying fuel tanks, engines, stuff that I wanted to bring home for the sake of like reusable space program. But whatever. I didn't put like probe cores and everything else on them. That should definitely be the way. If we want to make a returnable system, we need to make like actual returnable systems. So we make a solid booster, liquid booster with a probe core and some parachutes on it, which can be done fairly easily, I should imagine. If we want to like turn it around and fly it back, that's going to be a little bit more awkward. It's always that first stage, when you drop that first stage halfway up in the atmosphere, and you're like, well, I've got to fly this one to space. What am I supposed to do about those ones? Because, of course, Kerbal Space Program, not the greatest when it comes to multitasking. Though, of course, there is Kerbal Operating System, a mod that I wouldn't mind adding onto the list. I think I will probably be the only person that does it. It gives you a nice little scripting language to put on stuff in the background, and you can like run little programs, and in particular the return program. I'm sure thousands of people have already written it before me, but I can already see how you would do the SpaceX style return your boosters, turn around, go back, check out what your latitude is, right? Longitude, latitude, both. You need both. Okay, so burning through the plasma this time, Apoaps is now already inside the atmosphere, so that's good. We should be swapping out. Apoaps should soon become our atmospheric height. It's close enough. It's good enough. We'll call that particular point there. Going over the top. Is this Woolly Pool? No. We're in the Badlands still. That's fine. That's fine. Shouldn't take us too long to come down. I've noticed I've already fired my parachutes, and they're going to come out nice and early. I don't want that. Because coming out nice and early means you've got to wait around. And I am not about that. Let's bring this down to 700s. Hopefully, the 4 should... Well, in fact, we know the 4 should be enough because we had that incident when we first launched it where we had to bring back another one. Oh, hello. That wasn't 700 meters. That was pretty high up, actually. That was pretty high up. Okay, we're coming down in the Highlands. Do I want to get science here? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Crew report. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks. Cheers. There's probably lots of other things we can do. Put our antenna. Deployment with destroy part. We're not going that fast. Alright, maybe 100 meters per second is that fast. Can we pop the parachutes? Thanks. Now? Can I send that home? Crew review report. Send it home. Okay, it's gone. Sign. Electric charge. Yep, doing well. Doing well. So we need to figure out what I'm doing wrong with this. Why the CCR2 connector port does not work as I expect it to. CCR2 connector port. Let's see if it actually pops up on a wiki somewhere. Multi-port dockings. No, not where. Is there not a wiki? I do not see no wiki nowhere. Problems with winches, no. Dock connector, DC connector, no. I cannot believe KSP, KSA, no, KAS. Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Attachment System, Wiki, right? It's got to be a thing. It's got to be a thing. All right, we've landed. Let's get a quick crew report. Quick crew report. Quick crew. No, we don't need it. All right, let's go home. I'm hoping. I'm sped up too much. There we go. Yeah, I was sped up too much. I'm hoping that we get like 1,000 signs, something like that. Maybe 2. I don't think it's going to be 2,000, but like over 1 would be great. Over 1 would be amazing. Let's have a look. There's 3/4. That's not bad. So 750, 760 science. That's pretty good. What are we going to go spend it on? Well, I would like to start spending it on the upper reaches of this experimental science, where we can get the ISU and stuff like that into place. That's where I'm going for. Ultron Sampler. This science part allows you to take surface samples from planetary bodies and asteroids without the need for a Kerbal. Oh, go on then. Time to get all that... Oh, missed it. What were we saying? Time to get all that important low and polar EVA from crew report. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. Let's see what you are actually doing. Okay, yeah, cool. I know these ones. I know that mission. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure where I'm going to spend this science. We could spend it all on winch, bam, yes. Now aerodynamics. Do we want to have like putt planes? Do we want to work on our land? Oh, look at these landing gear, asymmetric landing gear designs. 2.5 heat shield sounds pretty good. We could also miniaturize, or more importantly, we could miniaturize engines. I like that. Also, I would like to have a mainsail. Thank you, bam, yes. Now where is Sepratron? So we already got it. Bam. That's what I'm up. That was... There we go. Bam. There we go. Specialized control... Ooh. Looks like this is where all the rocket parts are at. Also, incidentally, clampatrons. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. They give us a lot of robot parts as well. Maybe we can make a space station with a clamping hand. That'd be good. Could we get a space station to go out and grab an asteroid with its arm. That's a plan at some point. That's a plan at some point. All right, I'm going to go with this miniaturization because it's just like low-hanging fruit. And that's about it. I mean, I can get one more of these. And any votes down below? I don't know. The problem with airplane parts is that you can only use it on Kerbal. That's not quite true. You've got lathe as well, but pretty much you can only use it on Kerbal. So, all right, we've got ourselves a new science part. Do we have a new science part? Let's have a look. Let's go out and have a look. I should. No, this is my last mission. Be gone with you. Bam. We might use that as a template at some point, but I want to come into here, grab this sub-assembly. I've got a science payload that I've been saving up here. Hopefully within the science we've got... No, there's no more stuff. Okay, so literally just want to send this to Gilly. Is that the mission, guys? You feeling good with that? This to Gilly, or Ike. We'll call this second moon. No. Moon. No. Neighbor moon. Oh god, nah. Oh, it's close. Neighbor moon visitor. There we go. Nice and descriptive. We like descriptive names, right? So this is what we're sending out. I'm not sure I like the way it's set up, to be honest with you. Oh, I see what's happened here. That's almost exactly what I wanted to do, actually. Thanks. I'll put it... Ah, can I not attach it to the bottom? Of course not, because it wants me to do it like that and then this. KSP in its funny ways, man. KSP in its funny ways. Also, hey, Noah 3, buddy. How you doing, man? Been some time? It's got to be at least day, maybe 2. I am currently working on something to go to Ike. Callum told me to tell, well, not to tell you, but I'm going to tell the whole stream anyway. You forgot to put your scientists on your Ike program, so there's like stuff there with no scientists. Congrats, man. So utilities parachute. There we go. We're coming back home with the stuff now, and indeed, let's put a thermal. I was going to say thermal on the bottom, but then I wanted to put an engine on the bottom here. No. Yeah, afraid so, mate. Afraid so. Unless Callum stole your dudes. I can't discount this, but I don't think that's Callum. He would be more mwahaha, I did it. You know, because that's the type of guy Callum is. Like this. Open. Let's have a look. It looks alright. Couldn't even tell that was upside down, right? Let's go for... We're only going to Gilly. Oh, wait. We need to come back from Gilly, right? I may have underestimated this mission. Hold up. Oh, I hit my microphone. Is that good? I may have underestimated this mission somewhat. What needs to go? Airplanes Plus, dude. Airplanes Plus. We spoke about it at the end of last stream. I implemented it then. So, let's not send a Kerbal. Let's not send a Kerbal, because we could just send this out there. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Let's not send a Kerbal. Control Z, click it all, grab that, thanks. Do we want to... Is 1747 enough to get back from them? Oh yeah, and some, mate. Anything close to 1,000 is enough. I think I just did it with 700 odd, and then still had some fuel left afterwards. Look at all my. What is this? Coupling. This is not all coupling. It must be in a weird search. Okay, there we go. We got more robotic parts. That's nice, but it's not what I'm after. This is utility. Let's have a look at the new parts here. We have, of course, got the winch. Winch is a great idea. I'm probably going to take it for all sorts of stuff. A grabber we can put on the end of an arm to grab anything that's metal, I believe. We'll give that a test at some point. Portable struts, always good. We can put them on and off with Kerbals, though, of course, without the Kerbal inventory system, that is a little bit awkward. We might even put the inventory system in at some point. Let's grab these. Four antennae. Can we get these in here without like totally crowding out everything? I mean, we totally crowded out everything anyway, but how about in here? Like that? Does that look semi-legit? Okay, so that's my I've launched and forgot to deploy all my antenna. Now this needs to go out with it, and of course if we're sending a probe core we need to send all the batteries as well, because without batteries this thing is just a hunk of space junk. I'm going to come in here and I want my hibernate on warp to be auto, thank you. Let's put a parachute on it, but not expect too much from that. Maybe we'll drop this into Eve if we're feeling super helpful, but I doubt it. We're going to do this as well because we're sending it to Juno, so we're going to need like all the range, like whatever we can to try and get the signal back. Fuel tanks are going to be a problem now. Do I have anything remarkably highly efficient? I do. Let's have a look. This is 290 again, that's pretty good. 320, that's a little bit better. Ants of 315. I might even just put one of these on the bottom. What else have we got? Kerbal engine is totally in my way. I want to put the most efficient engine that I've got on here. The Terrier looks like it might win. Oh, I do have a nerve. Oh, when did I pick this up? Legit, when did I pick that up? I don't know. Unkerbaled. No, I can't spell neighbour. Unkerbaled next door visitor. I did it already once. Viz tour. I don't know why I suddenly can't. Alright, save it. I want to go have a look. So, can I do a magic teleport of magic Juno's orb if it turns out something didn't sync? I mean, honestly, I don't think anything you're going to say is going to convince me that you didn't just forget to put those pilots in, scientists in there. Right. Is this one of mine? Refuel a probe? Wait, what did I come out here for? I didn't. I actually wanted to go to the science facility. Soidet, how are you doing out there, buddy? Did you enable the use of visual mods? I believe so. I blacklisted rather than whitelisted. So if it doesn't work... I just tried to connect and got a huge string of errors. Well, I thought I did. I will check some further stuff. Wow, I really did just, like... beeline for the nukes at some point. I'm not disappointed in this. I'm kind of happy. But I don't remember doing it. Do not remember doing it. Most of it was about Airplanes Plus. Yeah, so we recently put Airplanes Plus in because people like to fly airplanes. It turns out I like to fly spaceships. That's why I'm playing a space game, because I like to play spaceships. But it turns out that most people who play this space game like to just fly airplanes. So that's a little bit awkward. I want to put... Where are you? Fuel tank, liquid, fuel tank, liquid. Mark 0. Of course, Airplanes Plus is going to do all this for us. But let's just put the standard one in, because I had an idea. And I'm actually going to put fuel pumps on this time, because it turns out I cannot do the decouplers thing and keep an eye on everything. It's just not in my nature to actually watch stuff. So let's do it like that, and then I would like to put these tiny Mark 0. Oh, they're a little bit too tiny. Are they even worth taking? These are the ones that you normally attach the Juno engines to, the tiny fuel tanks like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to send it like that. I think we're going to have some external fuel ducts that go quack. That's what external fuel ducts do, right? No, they go on the outside like this and connect the two things together. So these should now drain into the middle, and after my engine has burned, I can drop that. And I mean, look at this. Before we've even done anything, it's very politically incorrect. Well, you know, your voice is almost the same as Scott Manley. Almost. There's a couple of 100 miles in it. I mean, I can try my Scottish accent if you want. All my stepdads have been Scottish, but I am pretty bad at it. Also, Jabberwocky, what a great name, man. Get the reference, it's good. Okay, let's put a big engine underneath it. This is going to this is going to Ike and Gilly. Whether it wants to come back or not, it's going to. You don't think it's a hello, Sean? My terrible Sean Connery impression. It really is terrible. A Landstrider seems to have taken a shining to it, though. I want to put tiny nose cones on it. I don't have tiny nose cones. I have some big nose cones, but those aren't what I'm after. I have some even bigger nose cones. Kind of rounds off the look, you know. Can I put jet engines underneath this? Not right now, because I lack the convenient technology. But you should be able to just strap a bunch of jet engines around this, fly this up to the upper atmosphere, go as fast as you can sideways, throw the jets away and fire the nuclear rocket, and get to the moon, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Looking at the to weight ratio there. Might be a thing. Weight is... commence an act of cannibalism on a person named Richard acceptable. Yeah, we've been given a yes from behind. That is acceptable, another 3. Well done, you have worded your way to say what you're trying to say. We will accept this. I do have to point out my brother's name's Richard. Right, I want big engines. I think this is going to be overkill. There is literally no kill like the overkill, but I think this might be a little bit too much. Let's have some big bendy decouplers. Get some big old fuel tanks. I got the Separatrons now, right? This is the first time that I'm going to actually put out a properly overly engineered one. So let's first put some things like power on here, because whilst it would be hilarious to once again fly to another planet and realise I don't have the power to keep me going, I'd rather not. And then, because I'm terrible at deploying stuff, we'll put these out as the just-in-cases. Honestly, not sure if I need the extendable solar panels here, but we're going to go with it just in case. So we've got all the antennas we can go with. We've got science, we've got like a landing module for Gilly, we've got the interplanetary module on the way. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's go for some more fuel tanks. Top and bottom. This, if I don't press my Windows key, this, turn that off actually, is to have some... Now, I was just about to put an engine on the bottom, the Reliance in fact, because these are now bang in the middle and it should just push out sideways. But of course that's not how the centre of mass is going to work once this is all empty space up here and then you've still got a hulking great big engine on the bottom. It's going to cause it to backflip significantly, so I would like to get my Separatrons like that. Yeah, okay, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a tilt as well. Little bit of a... Come here. Like that. And then it should push up and back at the same time as it trying to backflip. Yeah, maybe. We'll wait and see what happens here. All engines that are not Separatrons fire on the same stage. They fire at the same stage as the decouplers. That is just bump to confuse people. Let's sort that out. No, wait. That way around. I am missing this engine. Okay, I got a little premature on putting it down there. Like that? Okay, that's looking good. And then obviously on the outside of this we want a solid booster. Big solid booster. I'm going to space! That is not even close to straight. Like that. And then pull that off of there and put it on like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good now. Pretty good. Hopefully shouldn't come back to Kerbal with this. Actually, if I put it there, I'm not going to be able to copy and paste this to there. Let's put some aerodynamic caps on, just to really confuse people that are watching from the past. Never used to do that. That and that. Okay, I think that's looking good. Let's put another one here. Too high up, but it'll do. And then another one further round. So a cluster of 6. I like 6. So it's a good number. It's a good number. And then, it put everything in the same spot for me. That's a little awkward. Let's drag all these back down. Solid boosters drop. And now these ones? Okay. So we're going to break this down into an actual asparagus stage, which hopefully should just flow. It does. Alright. Now, asparagus staging is where you take the fuel from the outside and keep feeding it inwards, but not just directly inwards. So I'm not going to take this one and feed it into there. I'm going to drag it sideways. And then all the fuel will drain into this one, and we'll throw that away. And then the same thing will be happening at the same time over here. Ooh. Let's try that again. No, can I? Thanks. Come over this way, so all that one is draining into this one. And you notice that's a sort of a recursive effect. So all the fuel is draining down, meaning this one will empty out first, followed by this one. And then you feed this into the middle. Bam, and it should be the quickest way of getting rid of the empty fuel tanks, because basically all the engines are burning the fuel out of this one, and you throw that away. And then all the engines are burning the fuel out of this one, and then you throw that one away. So that should work out. Is that good? I mean, look at this 11,000 delts. I can't do much better than that. I could put an entire another stage. Like there's a room for stuff here. We could do a lot better. But I think we're going to make do with this for now. Anybody know anything that I've forgotten? We've got antennas, power. We're not returning. We have got the science. That's the whole point of going out there. We have the fuel to go. I think we're alright. I cannot think of anything else. We're not doing any RCS because we're not doing that sort of mission. We're not docking with anything. This is just a first exploration mission. Let's launch. We're gonna get up to orbit, and then we're gonna see where we can even go. Because of course, with all the planets spinning around the sun, there's only a couple that are going to be in the right orientation to go right. We're going that way to get to it, and of course, we only want to go to the next ones out, so that might have been even more waiting. But 3, 2, 1, off blast. Okay, liquid fuel burning down far too fast. You see what I'm saying about this weird thing when I was saying earlier about my designs not letting me get rid of the solid fuels quick enough? You know, I'm just going to turn the actual engines off. Let's just turn them off and let the fireworks on the outside do all the job. It should be fine. I should really start putting SAS units on my solid, because whilst it's just the solids burning is when I need the most control, because when I have my liquids burning, they can all gimbal and turn around, and the engines turn and stuff, and that's all good. But these are literally just like, you know, strike it with a match rocket, off it goes, and you don't have much control over that. Okay, that's burnt out well. We're on our way. 5 kilometers up, though. I was kind of expecting to be a little bit further up by this point. Liquid fuel has burnt. Let us point back to the retrograde. Oh, look at, yeah, that worked well. That worked well. Did people catch the Separatrons burning? They're still actually burning. And they're done. Alright, cool. Whoa! Backflip. We forgot something. Put some fins on the solid. Thank you very much, Landstrider. Was indeed the very thing I forgot to do. Are we going to be able to rescue the hardware? Yeah, of course we are. We're in full launch configuration. We can get close to the floor and stop ourselves smashing into it. Let's just slow ourselves down. Not enough SAS on this craft. Any SAS on this craft? I don't think there is. Yeah, I will probably put fins on these sections here rather than actually on the solids, because as you can see, it happened way after the solids fired. Yeah, let's try and get ourselves down to a nice mellow descent. There we go. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Probably going to hit that ridge there. It's going to take a while. The video and audio is very out of sync. Hold up, I'll do a restart quick. It started and stopped. That should help. If it's not me, must be you, dude. You know what to do. You're a tech genius. Interesting. I put the Separatrons on to stop that, and if we were travelling forwards, that would have stopped that. But obviously travelling backwards took out some fuel tanks. Still 5 kilometres up. I think we can start thinking about feathering our throttle. It's always a bit of a weird phrase for me to say, so for some reason, feathering our throttle. But I think we're going to do alright if we can just bring this down and in. Last 20 minutes of the stream, we should get the mission off towards Ike pretty nicely. Whether we're going to actually be able to stop at Ike, well, whether we're going to do anything at Ike, that's the question. Or Gilly, who knows which one we're actually going to go see. It all depends on which one appears to be better aligned. Let's start throttling back up. There's going to be a sweet spot where we can start losing our speed, but not too fast, though. We are pretty close to the water, so let's try and... Oh, a little bit less, a little bit more. It's time of concentration, guys. I want to get down to about 3 meters per second before I hit the water. Oh. And there we go. Gentle touchdown. Oh, I'm quite impressed with that. Quite impressed with that. Let's recover that. Of course, in DMP, there are no reverts, no quick saves, nothing like that as a safety net. You just have to deal with what you are given. I think that's kind of turned me into a pretty good, like, save person. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure. But the guy who comes along and goes, yeah, I can fix this. I can fix this. So let's go put some fins on that. We all know what went wrong there. For those of you that don't actually know what went wrong there, as we were going through the speed of sound, that's about 330 meters per second, the aerodynamic drag on this sort of chunky bit got more than what the engines could provide, so it just kind of pulled backwards and flipped me out. The way to fix that is to make this bit at the back more draggy, which, yeah, terrible fuel efficiency, but... I don't mind. So, if I remember correctly, it's these two here I want to boost up. Let's go there. You have not got your mirror on. There, nice. And then over here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go with the full solid cuddle, should we call it? I never know what to call like some of the systems that I use here, but we're going to call this the solid fin cuddle. Yeah. Yeah, I see all sorts of bad things with these exploding and smashing into stuff and stuff like that, but hey, let's go do it anyway. That's what Kerbal's about, right? 20 minutes to see how we can, like, totally ruin this design. Hoppy hop? Hoppy hop. Alright, cool. Loading times are getting pretty long. This always happens when you've been running Kerbal for a little while. 3, 2, 1... fire! Apart from I didn't want to have my thrust all the way up because, of course, I mean, like, even that said, we are going pretty fast. Let's point towards the pro grade. Let's go faster than that, actually. I want to get to about 150 meters per second before I turn off my liquids. Reason being, that's the speed that I've noticed that you don't fall over too quick. Obviously, you want to start going sideways because, you know, orbit is about going around the planet, not about going up. But if you go over too quickly, just in time to see stuff blow up. I didn't blow stuff up. What? No. But obviously, if you fall over too quickly, you end up like carrying on, falling over, and hitting the ocean. That's not great. That's not great. I am about 3 kilometers shy of where I want to be, so I'm going to hit stability assist, and we're going to see how good those fins are. Not very good is the answer. Take a moment to think. Take a moment to think. We're going to have to do it again. Okay, more fins. More fins. Or a better flight plan. Both are good plans. Okay, so I'm going for a polar landing on Juno. Good shout, man. Good shout. I'm trying to go for Gilly. Though we probably could land this on Juno. There's no reason why not. Not Gilly, Ike, sorry. That is the moon of Juno. Okay, hopefully now I can get my engine pointed backwards. I kind of have to be burning full on. Oh look, the line has been broken here, so it's not going to be burning evenly. This is going to make things interesting. Okay, what I'm going to do is just throw them away. Just be like, you are not helpful. Be gone. Mainsail. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mainsails, however, very helpful. Very helpful. Now, I know I did just rescue the last one. Wait, we have a parachute just in case. Oh, that wasn't quite what I wanted to do. There we go. Parachute just in case. Let's see, is the parachute just in case enough? I'll be honest, the parachute was just in case I decided to go to Eve, but we're going to see if it's good enough for here. No, is the quick answer there. Oh, the probe's going! New deepest depth. 701 meters. Okay, there we go. That's a record right there. I'm going to have to clean all this up, aren't I? Recover it. Recover it. Landstrider has left. That means something went wrong. Return to vehicle assembly, thank you. Currently have science from high orbit and low orbit and high atmosphere. Got to do a landing. Yeah, fair enough, dude. Good luck. Good luck. It's not the most hospitable of places. We went for 6 around the middle, right? Let's try this instead. I could see me ending up actually putting wings on here. Something I've done before. Instead of putting tail fins, put a wing down here. Is that connectable? Let's try double. I mean, what could go wrong? Click and click. Just make sure they don't break on the way past. Okay, there we go. That's a new design. See, I'm not just launching the same thing over and over and over. That is obviously a problem that I have quite a lot, where I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was just a pilot error, so I'm going to launch the same craft again. It's never just pilot error. Never just pilot error. Alright, let's press T and go for it. Kill the engines a little bit, maybe. Just throttle it down a little bit until we hit the speed that I'm after. Let's go for about there. Maybe there is a little bit too much debris over there. Why are we suddenly in super framey mode? This is not a thing that happens to me that often. Generally towards the end of the stream it does, but hopefully the moment we get out of the atmosphere it should all be good. I have just noticed that we're about to lose a liquid stage. That's fine. We'll hold on to that for a little while. We'll hold on to that. Just enough. I've discovered the magic of science containers. Yeah, they're good, right? They're good. You just kind of send them down to the surface instead. Have you seen the plaque on your flag? No, I have not. Is that in here? TSG Aerospace. Let's have a look. The first colony of the interplanetary conglomerate of Hexelium lies here, on this flats of Minmus, and shall it fall into the enemy's hands, war shall break out. War, you say? I might be able to scroll up some war. I'm not using BD armory, of course. We are basically just building rockets, though. Not rockets, missiles, sorry. A missile is a rocket's a missile. It just depends what you put on the top of it, right? Currently have sign. Okay, that's all stuff that people have said before. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. We're twice the speed of sound now. Throwing stuff away without actually smashing up parts of my spacecraft. So yeah. Oh, shush. Let's go back over this way. Well, there is a difference. Missile is guided. I think most rockets are guided as well. I was just talking about fireworks that weren't. Ignore me. Ignore me. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Every missile is a rocket, but not every rocket is a missile. Yeah, TSG nailed it there. TSG nailed it. There we go, something like this. Oh, we are going far too high up. I mean, 100-kilometre park in orbit is not unheard of. It used to be my favoured place to park. Now I like to keep it about 75. Because of the O-berth effect, which is just a weird thing that says if you're going fast, the rocket fuel you throw out the back is more efficient because you're going fast already, and I don't know. It kind of doesn't make sense to me because it sounds like that you're getting extra kinetic energy out of nowhere, because to speed up someone who's going fast, you need to put more kinetic energy in than you would to speed up someone going slow, at least a single unit. Which the O-berth effect seems to just scream in the face of. But anyway, I'll figure it out one day. I'll sit down. Hype, -9 degrees in Peasmore tonight. I was going to ask, dude, like, I've had snow settle down here. Like, what's it like out your way? Must be pretty snowy. Pretty snowy. I'm not out of, like, electric, am I? No. Oh, I didn't put an SAS unit on here at all? Question mark. I'm pretty sure this one at the front has an SAS unit in it. That's why it's reaction wheels, yeah. I mean, I know it's, like, tiny compared to big, but still. It's pushing back as high. Another 3 has minus 15. Wow, dude. Wow. I talk to a lot of people in America, and they're like, yeah, we're down to 0 Fahrenheit. And I'm like, oh, wait, what does that work out? It's like minus 15 or something. I'm like, oh my god, what?
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Let's extend these as well so I don't get stranded. Turns out I didn't set any action groups. I feel like a very bad Kerbaler. Extend antenna. I'm gonna have a bit of an altitude problem soon. The fact that I'm not looking in the right direction at the right altitude. That's my problem. This one, extend. Let's just tick it over as slow as possible, because the mainsail here, it's got a gimbal so it can push us in the right direction. Unfortunately, right now I'm pushing down towards the planet, which is not actually the most efficient way to come back to the planet, but it does still put you towards the planet. So yeah, that's not the greatest, But now that I am getting close towards my prograde, I'm just going to be like, full power, unlimited power. I need lightning bolts. TT gets rid of my pro grade and puts me on stability assist, if you're wondering why I do that. Every now and then I'll also press F, and that'll just like turn it off and back on quickly. I also need to clear my throat somewhat. Okay, that should be good. We are 105 kilometers up, getting ever so close to our apoaps, but should work it out a-okay. TSG and another 3 shared screenshots. Let's see what's going on here. Just watching the numbers up above as well. TSG, non-context to his thing again. I've just seen that swip around. That's cool. Another 3 landing on the Juno pole cap there. Ice cap was the word I was looking for. Pole cap. Like what? What's a pole cap? All right, where are we going? Let's have a look. So we've just missed. We just missed both windows. Let me have a look at something quick. KSP planning. Is that a thing? Launch window platform. You guys should probably watch what I'm doing here. Transfer planning. Bam, gives you this one. I want to go Kerbin, Juna. Well, there's going to be a pole on the cap. I mean, yes, there is a pole. Another 3 currently on his way to the cap. Where do I put in my time already? Plot it. Oh, earliest departure. There we go. It's not year 1, day 1. We are currently year 7, day 81. Okay, we can do that. It must have literally just all my stuff must have just worn off. Year 7, day 81. Let's try again. Plot it. It'll tell me when the cheapest Delta V is. Look at this. Day 840. What is that in? What's that in real time? Time of flight. Departure. Year 7, day 404. Day 404 is a long way away. Okay, let's try same numbers, but for Eve. Plot it. Okay, looks like we're going to Judah. Okay, we had minus 13 yesterday morning. Wow, dude, minus 13 sounds horrible. So yeah, year 7, 404. Year 7, 404. Let's go to the tracking station. Last 10 minutes, we'll find out. Polecat, the top of a post that smells really bad. Oh. Okay, that's. Wow, what's going on here? Oh, that'll be another 3's orbit. That's fine. I need to go like super in the future. Let's do this. I have no control. Why do I have no control? Okay, there we go. Year 7. Gonna have to wait 400 days. Well, I'm gonna have to wait about 300 days. Day 404, right? Okay, we can definitely do that. I'll stop at about day 400 and we'll start planning out our maneuvers. Hopefully nothing actually crashes into anything. TSG has just left the server. Goodbye, chap. Well, why'd you leave? What's going on? You got a reason for leaving? You're not happy with the game we're playing? Another 3 has also landed. The glorious Space Empire of Poland expanded to Juna. Nice, nice. Space Empire of Poland, is that a thing? 340. Actually, have you guys got, like, space capability? I know, like, we had space capability, and then we gave it all away to, like, pitch in with the Americans, and then we're like, oh, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to go with ESA instead, and then decided that that wasn't a thing either. But we used to be able to launch our own rockets. They looked like lipsticks. It was hilarious. This one, for like whereabouts everyone else like painted their rockets white and black so they could tell what was going on. We did red, with like a big red tip on the top of it. I won't talk about other red tip jokes. Like, whereabouts am I? What do you mean? Oh, what TSG? They're both in Poland, dude. I think I may have miscalled TSG there. All right, so we're going to Juna. We're going forwards in our orbit. So leaving from about here, add maneuver, if we could, and go. Yeah, that one, another 3. That one. All right, push. I want to set this as target. Thanks. We should get a close approach somewhere on the other side there. A little bit more. Oh, look how close that was. That'll be the days out, right? Because we wanted 404 and we're actually like 400. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, Slovakia, my bad, man. I do apologise. It's like calling me a French person. I can't scroll in and out. Why not? I seem to have lost my scroll capabilities. Let's go in and out. There we go. Is that an encounter? It's not quite an encounter. That's unfortunate. Let's have this back again then, please. Let's pull it out a bit more. How much out are we? Not that way, this way. Very out. Very out is the answer there. Okay, let's go forward a couple more days. I want universal time, please. Can't go any faster than 50. This will not do. This will not do. Was it piloted by purple-headed, helmeted Brittonauts? Yeah, maybe. 26 experiments to milk the science out of. Nice. Nice. Let's turn this right. Oh, there we go. All right, we're a day beyond. That'll do. We know we're dead. No, not you. I'm Kerbal, next door visitor. Hey, Jack the Green Ghost.exe. How you doing out there, buddy? How you doing? It's been some time. It's been some time. Notice how I remember what your acronym stands for. It's good. It's because I'm a good streamer. If you think I am a good streamer, do feel free to drop a donation down in the box below. Or, of course, all this is funded by lovely, lovely patrons like another 3 ZTech player 2 back there. She never plays this. I don't know why. But what I'm trying to say is, of course, any and all donations are greatly appreciated because I'm such a good streamer. Don't you guys think I'm a great streamer? All right. Anyway, we're going to Juna. We are going to Juna. I've got to work on that random unsolicited advert for my Patreon. I'll get there eventually. All right, there we go. Look at that. Just whilst talking about that, it gave me the strength. The thought of all my beautiful patrons out there gave me the strength to get this Juna encounter just spot on there. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. We have got ourselves are we still travelling forwards in time? Why isn't this moving? Dude. Yeah, you've got electric charge. You hibernate during the warp. It looks like it's moving. I mean, to be honest, we've got... I mean, I'm gonna be finishing the stream any second, but we've got 20 minutes to swing this round. Let's speed up time and see how this goes. I think we can do this. I mean, at times 4, that's 5 minutes. Why do you have that much meteoroids? The wonders of DMP. In fact, I've got to raise that as an issue on GitHub because it's not currently there. I've told it to only ever generate 1 asteroid per person. It used to be 3. I turned it down to what it used to be 50 standard with the game. I turned it down to 3. It still just kept on generating more asteroids. I was like, all right, 1. Still generating asteroids. So I think I'm going to have to turn it down to literally 0, and we just only have so many asteroids out there, like this number of asteroids that we've got right now, which I kind of think is a good idea. Like, there's only so many asteroids in the real world. Well, I mean, like, not the real world, the real solar system. I mean, that said, there's asteroids outside the solar system. And also, Kuiper Belt objects, aren't they just asteroids? Like, why do they get their own thing? Why do they get... It's the Pluto argument again. It's disgusting. Makes me feel dirty. What's wrong with Ceres and Vesta and all the other asteroids out there? Why can't they be planets, people? Alright, anyway, let's move on. I'm not going to have that rant again. Yeah, I mean, there are so many bodies out there that are just more suited to the term... Why are we so short of... Oh, I know I was so short of oxidizer. Because we're just about to drop the last one that needs oxidizer. Go! Ooh, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Okay, cool. We're good. We should be safe. Did my stage just do a bad... Let's prograde it and just go with that. Seriously, put it up. Is it gimbal? It doesn't have a gimbal. Okay. Well, we know we're roughly pointed in the right direction. Didn't overshoot that at all. We know we're pointed in roughly the right direction. So if I just speed up and slow down, there we go. They are much bigger on average than the inner asteroid belt. Oh, are they? Are they? Actually, I can't say I've ever compared the numbers. I know a few numbers, or at least I've heard a few numbers before, but I've never actually directly compared. 500 sciences, you're doing good work, another 3. Good work. Have we got a science station in orbit around Juno? Yeah, Juno is the place I'm going, not Eve. Because that'd be nice. That'd be nice. So what gave me that big kick then? Maybe the decoupler? Maybe. And they're still called asteroids. The belt that is named. Oh, they call them KBOs, Kuiper Belt objects. I'm like, well, why do you call them object? Alright, as soon as we get a decent encounter, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time. Well, we're going to continue on with this little adventure here. I'm definitely going to do a mid-course correction and make sure that we actually end up at Juno. I would like to do it right here at the ascending node. We're going to add a maneuver. We're going to bring it down just a little bit here and then try and figure out how we can jimmy our way into a better orbit over there. It will exist because we had it shown earlier and it's just not working for some reason now. It's got to be here somewhere. Going. Orbit. Go on, do it. You're there. There we go. Alright, and with that, I will see you next time. Bye!